Looking ahead, Patrick, saying, are we going to get any snow this winter? You know, that's what everybody wants to know.
In Chattanooga, we haven't seen much snow in the last 4 or 5 years, so we've kind of missed it to the north and to our south, but you know, we'll see how this works out. I think it's going to be a little bit more favorable. Before we get to that, I wanted to show you a brief look at our normals. This is what we expect for our winter time months, which includes December, January, and February. I know the unofficial start of winter is not until about December 21st, but the climatological winter season is December, January, and February. Notice the coldest month is January, and snowfall amounts a little over 3.5 inches normally, but we haven't been there. But here are some things that I'm going to be looking at. The keys to the forecast will be a warmer than normal Gulf and Atlantic will fuel some of these big storms that we are expecting into the midwinter. The all-important storm track will be obviously very key, and how much snowpack, that will determine how far the cold air can get southward. That's going to be a factor. What I'm looking for is a La Nada. You know, we hear El Nino, La Nina, but this is basically a neutral setup. Big dips and humps in the jet stream and several East Coast storms, and nor'easters are going to be probably a big factor and a big weather and newsmaker across the nation. Here are the temperatures, and notice to the north, well below normal, so there's going to be a lot of what we call Arctic intrusions into the continental United States, and we're going to be just on the southern end of that. Near normal temperatures expected for us. Notice along the Gulf Coast should be a little bit warmer than normal. So here's kind of in summary my thoughts. Arctic outbreaks may have trouble diving southward because of the precipitation that we're expecting. Abnormal precipitation may keep that high temperatures down, but may keep those overnight lows up a little bit. So here's what we're expecting when it comes to precipitation. A wetter than normal winter time expected once again, with lots of dips in the jets and that southwesterly flow pretty prominent as we head into the months, especially of January and February. So as we head into the south and east, especially along the Appalachians, could be a real big snow season from Snowshoe and back into Sugar and Beach in North Carolina. Here's another thought about the precipitation. Above normal, with a wet winter, there's a greater chance for a significant snowstorm around here. And yes, John and Emily,
no,
this could be the year. So kind of in summary, here's what I expect. 2 to 4 winter storms around the valley. Now, this is from Murphy to Monteagle, Dayton to Dalton. So our viewing area could experience 2 to 4 winter storms, 5 to 8 total valley inches of snow, 10 to 15 possible for the mountains, so that's a little bit above normal. Could see 1 or 2 ice events, and most likely this will occur during the middle and second half of winter.
You know, a lot of people wonder, we had a very, very warm summertime. Is that going to affect this winter or not really?
It usually runs in cycles, and we were hot and dry, so we could be a little wetter than normal this winter, and temperatures may be closer to normal, which may not be abnormally cold, but may be cold enough to give us that snow that we haven't seen in several years.
A lot of time we get a lot of precipitation, but we don't actually get the snow, and that may happen too.
We'll have a lot of close calls.
Right.
You know, sometimes it's to our south and to our north, so we'll see how this works out. But if it happens, maybe January or February would be our best shot.
All right.